FNYYHDHVHE, TICSCO DKFGLLK CUS LHKH, Education. I am pleased to announce the Induction in Service Training Program for newly recruited teachers in Delhi. This program is an important part of our ongoing efforts to support the professional development of our teachers and to improve the quality of education in our schools. The training will include sessions to understand the organizational structures in education, capacity and mindset curriculums, and pedagogical approaches to create a safe and engaging classrooms. The training will be delivered through practical exercises. I urge the newly recruited teachers to take advantage of this important training opportunity and to use the handbook as a valuable tool in their professional development. Sincerely, Himanshu Gupta. Rita Sharma, Director SCERT. I am happy to inform you that the State Council of Educational Research and Training, SCERT, Delhi has developed a comprehensive resource handbook for the induction and in-service training of newly recruited teachers. This resource handbook has been designed to provide you with the necessary knowledge and skills to effectively teach in today's rapidly changing educational landscape. I encourage all newly recruited teachers to participate in this training program and to take advantage of the resources provided. We are confident that this program will help you to become a more effective and successful teacher. Sincerely, Rita Sharma. Ashok Kumar, Secretary, Education. I am delighted to announce that the Education Department of Delhi is taking steps to ensure that our teachers are equipped with the latest knowledge and skills to provide students with a high-quality education. We have developed a resource handbook in collaboration with SCERT Delhi, which will serve as a guide for in-service training for newly recruited teachers. I am confident that these efforts will help us to continuously to provide our students with a high-quality education that prepares them for success in the 21st century. I hope you will use these resources to grow and develop yourselves. Sincerely, Ashok Kumar. Quality education is essential to prepare learners to become responsible and productive members of society, and to compete globally. Over time, educators and governments have taken steps to provide holistic development for children. The new Education Policy 2020 provides strong recommendations to focus not only on academics, but also on the physical, social, emotional, mental, and moral development of children. To assist the professional growth of in-service teachers, especially newly recruited teachers of the Department of Education, DO, and strengthen the teaching learning environment in classrooms, this handbook has been developed. Handbook to empower and endow teachers with activities that assist them in dealing effectively with various behavioral issues, management, and academic or non-academic issues that may arise in a classroom. The handbook includes a brief introduction to various initiatives, programs, and policies, such as the new Education Policy 2020, Nippon Bharat Mission, Mindset Curriculum, Capacity Building Programs, Right to Education ACT 2009, Gender Sensitization, Cyber Safety, Information and Technology in Education, Service Rules, and other relevant information about the DO. Additionally, handbook will be useful for teachers to create an enabling, safe, and engaging atmosphere for 21st century learners. We extend appreciation to the team of contributors who work tirelessly to bring this teacher's handbook to its present shape. We also express deep reverence and gratitude to Shri Salendra Sharma, Principal Advisor, Dr. Rita Sharma, Director SCERT, and Shri Parvinder, DSD, Cow, for their innovative ideas and support at all stages. Dr. Neher Singh, Joint Director SCERT. Preface. Dr. Ashok Kumar, Assistant Professor, B. Ed. Division, SCERT. I am excited to inform you that the State Council of Educational Research and Training, SCERT, Delhi has developed a comprehensive resource handbook for the induction of newly recruited teachers. To support the implementation of this resource handbook, we will also be conducting induction and in-service training programs. We believe that this resource handbook and the training programs we are offering will help us to achieve the goal of providing 21st century skills to students in your classrooms. I hope this training opportunity and the resource handbook will help you in delivering the best possible education. Sincerely, Dr. Ashok Kumar, Coordinator Advisor, Dr. Rita Sharma, Director, SCERT, New Delhi. Guidance Dr. Neher Singh, Joint Director, Academic, SCERT, New Delhi. Coordinator Dr. Ashok Kumar, Assistant Professor, B. Ed. Division, SCERT, New Delhi. Contributors SH. Asim Kumar Gol, Assistant Director, Training, UTCS Dr. Anil Kumar, Principal, Diet, Bhola Nath Nagar, Delhi Dr. Sapna Yadav, Project, Director, EMC, SCERT, New Delhi Dr. Mukesh Agarwal, Principal, Diet, Pitampura, Delhi Dr. Sharda Kumari, Retired Principal, Diet, RK Puram, Dr. Amit Sharma, Assistant Professor, Inset Cell Dr. Ritika Dabbas, Assistant Professor, SCERT, Delhi Dr. Sanjay Kumar, Assistant Professor, SCERT, New Delhi Dr. Ashok Kumar, Assistant Professor, B. Ed. Division, SCERT, New Delhi Dr. Shilpa Sad, Assistant Professor, SCERT, New Delhi Dr. Sandeep Kumar, Assistant Professor, Diet, Daryaganj Dr. Geeta Khatri, Assistant Professor, SCERT, New Delhi Dr. Virendra Kumar Pathak, TGT, Sanskrit, New Delhi M. Surbhi Chawla, Guest Faculty, University of Delhi. EMS Geetika, Project Lead, Ed Systems Program, Simple Education Foundation EMS Meenu Gupta, Mentor Teacher, Do, EMS Suman Yadav, Mentor Teacher, Do, EMS Anju, Mentor Teacher, Do, EMS Nancy Frieda Likra, Research Scholar, NIEPA. Design EMS Shahnaz Afruza, Senior Associate, Training and Design, Simple Education Foundation EMS Mokshita Tambar, Freelance Illustrator Mr. Hari Krishan Pant, Freelance Graphic Designer. List of contributors. The handbook is divided into 4 large sections. Section 1. Overview of Delhi Education System. The section will give you an insight into the different government bodies, structures and initiatives that are essential to understanding the Delhi education system. Section 2. Essential guidelines, policies, acts in education. Here you will find information regarding the roles and responsibilities of a teacher, important frameworks, service rules and important acts and policies in education. Section 3. Creating safe spaces. The section will support you with the basic guidelines to creating a healthy and safe environment in your classroom through relationship building, inclusivity, gender sensitization and safety policies. Section 4. Active learning and technology in education. Here you will find strategies to promote active learning in the classroom, as well as using technology to enhance learning and a brief understanding of cybersecurity. Handbook at a glance. Section 1. Overview of Delhi Education System 1.1. Government Bodies 09A. Directorate of Education 09B. State Council of Educational Research and Training 11C. District Institute of Education and Training 13.1.2. Schools and Teachers 14.1.3. Initiatives by Delhi Government 15A. Deshbhakti Curriculum 16B. Happiness Curriculum 19C. Entrepreneurship Mindset Curriculum 23D. Cluster Leadership Development Program 26E. Teacher Development Coordinator Program 27F. Mentor Teacher Program 30G. School Transformation and Enrichment Program 31H. Competency-Based Modules 33. Section 2. Essential Guidelines, Policies, Acts in Education 2.1. Teacher Competency Framework 35 2.2. Service Rules 41 2.3. Right to Education Act 2009, 51 2.4. New Education Policy 2020, 55 2.5. National Initiative for Proficiency in Reading with 59 Understanding and Numeracy, Nipan, Bharat Program. Section 3. Creating Safe Spaces 3.1. Relationship Building 61 3.2. Gender Sensitization 65 3.3. Inclusive Education 68 3.4. The Protection of Children from Sexual 71 Offenses, POCSO, Act, 2012. Section 4 Active Learning and Technology in Education 4.1. Active Learning 75 4.2. Information and Communication Technology 89 4.3. Cyber Security 92. Highlights 98 Glossary 100. Index Overview of Delhi Education System. 9. 1.1 Government Bodies. A. Directorate of Education. Introduction. The Directorate of Education, Government of NCT of Delhi, DO, comes under the Education Department of Delhi Government, which runs the city's public school system and regulates private school system. Vision: quality schooling for all, to impart free education to students from class 1 to 12 irrespective of caste, color, creed, religion. To provide facilities to teachers for teaching and updating their knowledge. Mission: child-centered education to facilitate learning and thinking for all-round personality development of children. To enhance the literacy rate in Delhi. To create awareness about cultural heritage, human and moral values. To make the students responsible citizens who may meaningfully participate in national efforts. To generate a conducive atmosphere for overall personality development of the students. To provide elementary education to the students. SACTION. 110. Responsibilities of Directorate of Education, DO, 1. Free education to students, age 6 to 14-year-old. 2. Various streams at senior secondary level, science, commerce, humanities vocational stream, with various options. 3. Provision of SUPW activities. 4. Provision of languages, Hindi, English, Urdu, Punjabi, Sanskrit, any other regional language. 5. Provision of computer education in large number of schools. 6. Provision of yoga at least 3 days in a week for each class. Structure of Directorate of Education, DO. Minister of Education. Director of Education. Regional Director. Secretary of Education. Additional Director School Principal, HOS. Deputy Director Education, Zone. Deputy Director Education, District. Vice Principal. PGT-TGT. Subjects Physical. Edu. Special Edu Computer Edu. Vocational Library. PRT Miscellaneous. SACTION. 111. B. State Council of Educational Research and Training, SCERT, Introduction. The State Council of Educational Research and Training, Delhi, is an autonomous body, established in May 1988, has been providing academic resource support to the Directorate of Education and the Education Departments of MCD, NDMC and the Cantonment Board to achieve an overall improvement in the quality of school education. CERT provides support through various programs including continuing education of teachers, developing appropriate material for teachers and students, and undertaking research studies on the challenges related to school education in Delhi. It also oversees and provides necessary guidance toward the effective functioning of 9 district institutes of education and training of Delhi, DIETs, which among other activities also conducts 2-year pre-service diploma course in elementary teacher education. Responsibilities of SCERT 1. To assist and advise the administration of Delhi in the implementation of its policies and major programs in the field of education. 2. To promote educational research and training of teachers and other personnel. 3. To develop the curriculum aiming at all-round development of the child at all levels of education. 4. To develop educational technology for use in teaching learning activities and in the training programs, and to provide distance education as well as devise the systems and approaches for qualitative improvement of education. 5. To develop a scientific process of evaluation of the pupil and of the educational programs and institutions. Vision: to empower teachers who will ensure that every child in Delhi shall receive learning that helps them to be happy, responsible, healthy and productive citizens. Visioning the future of teacher education information system in Delhi to substantially raise the quality of school and teacher education through increased innovation, effective teaching and application of knowledge. Mission: child-centered education to facilitate learning and thinking for all-round personality development of children. To raise the quality of school education by improving the attitudes, increasing the application of knowledge and enhancing the teaching skills of teachers. To provide academic and professional support and guidance to agencies and institutions working in the field of education, population and development education, child rights and environmental protection, eco-friendly lifestyle, community education etc. To collaborate with other agencies, institutions, and organizations for quality in school and teacher education programs. SACTION 112. 6. To establish linkages with NCERT, various universities, Department of Education, Delhi administration and other educational institutions of the central government and Delhi administration. 7. To develop, adopt, adapt and produce curricular materials, textbooks and other related instructional materials. To guide, develop and provide educational materials for non-formal education and functional literacy. 8. To provide pre-service and in-service training to teachers at all levels of school education. Divisions of SCERT. Human Resources Management. Ensure effective and efficient human resources with modern management practices. Work experience and vocational education. Emphasis on skill development at secondary and senior secondary stage. Program Implementation Unit. Lead in all the non-academic projects and coordination tasks necessary for the functioning of the SCERT. Affiliation, admission and examination. Provide overall administrative overview, support and technical supervision for the functioning of all institutes catering to pre-service education. Library and documentation. Provide critical services such as a state-of-the-art library and access to important documentation. Curriculum in pedagogy. 9 departments focusing on specific school, teacher education subject areas. Information and communication technologies. Co-creating effective digital learning resources for improved learning outcome. Bachelor of Education, B. Ed. Vision to develop passionate and reflective teachers, pre-service and in-service. School leadership and management. Capacity building efforts for all stakeholders involved with school system management. Life skills and civic education. Provide support for life skills education in all government schools of Delhi. Educational planning, research and assessments. Lead all educational research activities and ensure a culture of evidence-based practice in both school and teacher education. SACTION 113. C. District Institute of Education and Training, DIETS. Introduction. DIETS in Delhi act as a district-level academic authority and nodal institutions guiding all school and teacher education-related efforts in the district. They function with substantial institutional autonomy in planning and executing their mandate, with guidance and support from CERT and Directorate of Education. Their overarching focus is on ensuring quality of school education and teacher education with a strong outcome orientation. Following is a summary of the proposed institutional mandate for DIETS. Responsibilities of DIETS. DIETS across the city. DIET Pitampura. Northwest B, IN2. Southwest B, IN2. Northeast, IN2. Shadara. Southwest A. Southeast. South. North. Central. DIET Rajendranagar, DIET Daryaganj. DIET Ghumanera. DIET RK Puram. DIET Karkaduma. DIET Moti Bagh. DIET Keshavpuram, DIET Northwest A Bholanath Nagar. Educational Planning and Research. DIETS act as nodal institutions at district level to undertake all kinds of educational research activities in their districts, preferably in collaboration with faculty from certain universities to ensure methodological rigor and wider relevance of research. In service training, DIETS act as nodal institutions to plan, coordinate and execute all in-service training programs for school teachers up to secondary level in their districts. Pre-service training diets be premier teacher training institutions at district level teaching DPSE and D.L. Ed courses, all diets. Curriculum and material development. Diets be empowered to tailor specific aspects of the curriculum for pre-service training to suit the local context. SACTION 114. 1.2 Schools and Teachers. Introduction. The educational facilities are provided in stages, i.e., pre-primary, primary, middle, secondary, and senior secondary levels of school education. In 1973, Delhi School Education Act was passed by the Assembly, which delegated the responsibility for pre-primary and primary education in Delhi to local bodies like MCD, NDMC, and Delhi Cantonment Board. Meanwhile, the Directorate of Education was made responsible for secondary and senior secondary education. Although pre-primary and primary education is mainly the responsibility of the local bodies, the government of Delhi has converted its 326 schools into composite schools now known as Sarvodaya Vidyalayas having classes from I to 12. Pre-primary, nursery kindergarten, primary, grade 1 to 5, upper primary, grade 6 to 8, secondary, grade 9 and 10, SR secondary, grade 11 and 12. Number of DO schools, 1053. Enrollment, 1,795,209. Number of DO teachers. Assistant teachers, 4,647. Trained graduate teachers, 37,645. Postgraduate teachers, 16,446. Miscellaneous teachers, 4,851. Source web links at the university level. The government of Delhi is running 28 degree colleges being funded by UGC and Delhi government. NDMC, though mainly concerned with primary education, is also running a selected number of middle, secondary, and senior secondary schools within its jurisdiction at present. Apart from this, several private organizations are also involved in imparting education at all levels of schooling. The government of Delhi provides grant and aid to these organizations to cover the cost of education. Besides these, recognized unaided schools are also being run in Delhi by registered trusts and societies. Types of schools. There are 5 categories of government-run schools. Rajkiya Vidyalaya, government-run school affiliated with the Central Board of School Education, CBSE, for classes 1 to 12. SACTION 115. Sarvodaya Vidyalaya has all classes starting from the nursery till class 12. Rajkiya Pratibha Vikas Vidyalaya, Rajkiya Pratibha Vikas Vidyalaya, popularly known as RPVV or Pratibha, is a school system run by the Directorate of Education, Government of Delhi. Admission in the 6th standard is based on an entrance test while class 11th admissions are held on the merit base of CBSE results of class 10th. Currently, RPVVs are being phased out and have stopped admissions. Schools of Excellence. Schools of Excellence, SOE, are institutions of excellence for all-round development of children enabling them to achieve their highest potential. They are also being phased out. Dr. B.R. Ambedkar Schools of Specialized Excellence. Schools of Specialized Excellence are choice-based schools affiliated with the Delhi Board of School Education, DBSE, for classes 9 to 12. 1.3 Initiatives by Delhi government. A. For children. Deshbhakti curriculum, summer camps, career mela, Pragati series, Mission Buniyad, happiness curriculum, entrepreneurship mindset curriculum, EMC, spoken English classes. B. For teachers and principals, mentor teacher program, MT, reforms in primary schooling, Jeevan Vidya Shivir, national, international exposure, school teacher enrichment program, STEP, teacher development coordinator program, TDC, principal leadership development program, PLDP, training of special educators, core academic unit COW, cluster leadership development program, CLDP, competency-based modules. Rajkiya Vidyalay. Rajkiya Pratibha Vikas Vidyalay. Schools of Excellence. Dr. B.R. Ambedkar Specialized Excellence. Sarvodaya Vidyalay. SACTION. 116. C. For School in Community, Empowering SMCs, Mega PTMs, New School Building, Sports Infrastructure, 3-tier Library System, School Mitra, a State Manager, Alumni Network. 1.3. A. Deshbhakti Curriculum. Introduction. The Deshbhakti Curriculum was launched on the 28th of September 2021 by Honorable Chief Minister. It aims to instill the spirit of patriotism and nationhood among every child studying in Delhi Government School and prepare them to be responsible citizens who shall contribute to nation building and make them true patriots. Deshbhakti is a Hindi word for patriotism and Deshbhakt is a patriot. We believe that true patriotism is essentially loving all living beings and respecting our surroundings. It is a spirit of empathy, tolerance and brotherhood which is enshrined in the Constitution of India. Deshbhakti curriculum aim, as an Indian, I believe all Indians are equal irrespective of gender, religion, caste, place of birth. I believe all people should be treated fairly and say something when I see it does not happen. I respect rules and follow them. I understand the importance and meaning of national symbols. I respect and take care of public property. I use my own resources for the benefit of my country and its people. My country's problems bother me and I feel like I should work towards solving them. I fulfill the roles I take on with utmost integrity and to the best of my ability. I practice the values I believe in my everyday life and actions. I protect the environment and keep my surroundings clean. I am able to determine something is wrong when it contradicts constitutional values of liberty, equality, justice, fraternity, and secularism. I am aware of my rights and duties as an Indian citizen and ensure I respect the rights of others. I take pride in and appreciate the diverse cultures and practices in my country. I treat people as I wish to be treated. I am proud of our freedom fighters. SACTION. 117. About the curriculum. Deshbhakti curriculum moves from themes of love and respect for the country to identify the strengths and challenges of the country, to reflect on what each student can do for the country and how can each one contribute to its progress. A KG Grade 12 citizenship curriculum which seeks to inculcate a spirit of empathy, tolerance and brotherhood which are enshrined in the Constitution of India and a sense of collective belonging in students. The curriculum adopts a participatory method of learning that makes students partner in the process and ensure relevant and meaningful understanding for them. The method of instruction is through activities, discussions and reflection-based inquiry. This will promote critical thinking, perspective building and self-reflection abilities. The role of the teacher is to facilitate the discussion. Objectives: every child must feel pride for the nation. Children must be taught about the glories of the country. Instill among children the commitment to be prepared, to contribute and sacrifice for the nations. Each child must be made aware of their responsibility and duty towards the country. Key features. It is divided in 4 grade-wise cohorts: Grade KG-2, Grade 3 to 5, Grade 6 to 8, and Grade 9 to 12. Targets 18 lakh students of 1057 Delhi government schools. One nodal teacher per cohort from each school to ensure effective implementation, activity and discussion-based facilitator-driven curriculum. At the end of each lesson, students are expected to reflect and introspect on their learnings. No student textbooks, only a collection of 100 stories of Deshbhakts. Bridging the gap between values and actions. Components of the curriculum. Deshbhakti Dhyan. A Deshbhakti class begins with Deshbhakti Dhyan, where students practice mindfulness for 5 minutes and focus their attention towards the country. They take pledge to respect their country and express their gratitude by remembering 5 Deshbhakts every day. Opening discussion. Every chapter begins with an initial, warm-up question or prompt to spark students' interest and involvement. Along with getting the students engaged, it also sets the tone for the entire chapter and the issues it aims to delve into. SACTION 118. Classroom activities. Classroom activities help students delve deeper into questions or issues raised in class discussions. Each chapter contains different types of class activities such as visualization, self-introspection, interpretation, and creative exercises. These activities are aimed to help students to interact, communicate, and learn. Self-reflection. As a concluding activity for every chapter, a self-reflective expression activity is included, to allow children to introspect and examine what and how much they have learned from the chapter. It will deepen their learning and help them better understand their thoughts and opinions. Deshbhakti Diary. As part of the Deshbhakti curriculum, each student is to create a diary that would be a reflective journal. This allows students to have a personal space where they can note their thoughts, feelings, learning, experiences, etc. regarding the material that will be taught as part of the curriculum. Classroom discussion. Classroom discussion intends to accelerate children's expression in class and engagement with the content. It aims to inspire children to think and share their thoughts, opinions, and experiences with themselves, their home, society, and country without any inhibitions. The teacher acts as a facilitator, creating the space for students to co-create knowledge and acquire skills. Classroom discussions include some key questions that form the linchpin of the chapter and represent the main purpose of the chapter. Homework. Taking conversation beyond classroom. It is intended to help children to seek and listen to the views and opinions of people around them, adults and acquaintances, about patriotism and the country as they ask the key questions of the chapter to their family and neighbors. Flag Day. Every chapter ends with a Flag Day activity. According to the understanding developed from each chapter, students will write about such actions, behaviors which they think would make their flag happy or sad. The purpose of this activity is to make students aware of their behavior and to make them understand that their every action directly or indirectly affects the country. Testimonials. Kanishka from class 9th Sarvodaya Kanya Vidyalaya, Mayur Vihar, Phase 1 says, Deshbhakti is a subject that doesn't have to be learned or remembered, but Deshbhakti stays in our heart. In class, we discuss issues related to the country and I feel my own behavior has changed. I understood that Deshbhakts are not just freedom fighters or soldiers, but we can all be Deshbhakts by our small deeds. I consider myself a Deshbhakt as I realize all my actions can be for the country. Sangeeta Sharma, a teacher in GBMS Sector 16 Rohini, tells a story of a child in grade 8 who would always fight with other students whenever he got the chance. All teachers were upset with him and would complain to his mother. He just wouldn't listen to anyone. During Deshbhakti class, the questions around love for the country were being discussed. SACTION 119. When one of the students got up and named the naughty student and proclaimed that he doesn't love his country as he fights with everyone. To which the student responded with a vehement no and shared his desire to become a soldier. However, his classmate disagreed. So, he made a commitment to his teacher that he will try to change his behavior. After a few months, Sangeeta asked the class how he was doing. To her surprise, not only did the student say that he's changed and he loves his mother and country dearly, but his classmate all agreed and cheered for him. Sangeeta believes this behavior change can be attributed to the discussions happening in Deshbhakti class. 1.3. B. Happiness Curriculum. Introduction. Happiness Class is a program launched by the government of NCT, Delhi for students from nursery to grade 8. The curriculum was introduced in 2018 by His Holiness Dalai Lama. The curriculum is a path-breaking initiative that questions and challenges traditional pedagogy and practice. The curriculum believes that the purpose of education is to create confident, mindful, responsible, and happy individuals who collectively build a happy and harmonious society. The happiness curriculum is an endeavor to guide the attention of students towards exploring, experiencing, and expressing happiness in not just the momentary but deeper and sustainable forms as well. This will enable the learner to comprehend happiness within self, relationships, and society. This enables a paradigm shift where a learner moves from searching for happiness externally through the senses to being able to ensure it within oneself through learning and awareness and ensuring continuity of values. We have given the best talent to the world and the best professionals to the industries. We will now deliver the best human beings to society and the nation. Mr. Manish Sisodia, Deputy Chief Minister and Education Minister. Objectives: to develop self-awareness and mindfulness amongst learners. To develop holistic approach to education in a universal context. To inculcate skill of critical thinking and inquiry in the learners. To enable learners to communicate effectively and express themselves freely and creatively. To develop social awareness and human values in learners to engage in meaningful contribution in society. To enable learners to apply life skills to deal with stressful and conflicting situations around them. To enable learners to understand their expectations in relationships, develop empathy, and ensure healthy relationships with family, peers, and teachers. SACTION 120. The Happiness Team Structure. Happiness Core Team, Additional Director, Happiness, Chairperson Nodal of FISA, DO and SCERT, Members of Self for Human Values and Transformative Learning, CHVTL, District Happiness Coordinators, DHCs, and NGOs. DHCs, District Happiness Coordinators, accountable for the implementation of the happiness curriculum, and conduction of different activities related to happiness at the district level, planning, designing, and capacity building of happiness teacher coordinators and happiness teachers, to observe happiness classes and provide on-site support to HTs and teachers of their respective districts. HTC, Happiness Teachers Coordinator. Accountable for the implementation of the happiness curriculum, and conduction of different activities related to happiness at the school level, capacity building of happiness teachers on happiness perspective and pedagogy, to observe happiness classes and provide on-site support to happiness teachers within the school, to conduct happiness classes correct approach. Happiness teachers. Responsible for implementing all happiness activities with students in the classroom, documenting change stories, reflections of the students and self. The curriculum. Happiness Triad. Momentary happiness, through our senses. Sustainable happiness, learning and awareness. Deeper happiness, harmony in feelings. SACTION 121. 3 E's. Explore. Observe and reflect on people's contribution for my physical health and well-being, their role, my own contribution, my own behavior. Express. Express what we feel. Experience. Their feelings towards us and our feelings towards them, when we recognize and fulfill this. The curriculum is designed on the basis of the happiness triad. The overall purpose is to support students in their journey to sustainable happiness through engagement in meaningful and reflective stories and activities. Happiness classes will enable students to reflect on the relationship between their feelings, thoughts, behavior, and their impact on themselves, family, society around them, and the natural environment. 3 E's are the base of the happiness curriculum pedagogy. Components of the curriculum: mindfulness, activities for awareness and emotional stability for a calm and balanced mind, which leads to happiness. Mindfulness is training the mind to perceive the world as it is. The awareness that arises from paying attention, on purpose, in the present moment and non-judgmentally. ACTIVITY. Example, Day 1, dividing students in small groups, giving them various situations, asking them to discuss what people generally do in such situations and what could be done to handle that situation in a better way, and note down in their notebooks, presentation by the group what they discussed and add on by the other groups. DAY2 presentations by the remaining groups, including sharing by the teacher about any one situation, writing various reactions on the board and asking students to arrange them in the right order, discussion on some questions in the class. Story. Story-based discussion for reflection. Example, DAY1 story reading by teacher, discussion on questions, reflection of students, discussion of story at home. DAY2 recapitulation of story by students, sharing previous day feedback and discussion done at home, discussion on some more questions in the class, expression, observation and articulation. Example, last day of the week is expression day. Expression is based on following 5 values. 1. Trust, Vishwas. 2. Respect, Samman. 3. Affection, Sneh. 4. Care, Mamta. 5. Gratitude, Kritagyata. Expression questions are based upon following 4 situations. 1. Observation, what you see. 2. Feeling, what do you feel. 3. Behavior, how you behave. 4. Responsibility, what responsibility you fulfill. Homework for next expression day. How you show that value in your daily life. SACTION 122. Nursery. Mindfulness, 2 days, Monday and Thursday. Grade 1 to 2. Mindfulness story activity. Grade 3 to 5. Mindfulness story activity expression. Grade 6 to 8. Mindfulness story activity expression. Happiness class across grades. Mindfulness Monday. Story Tuesday and Wednesday. Activity Thursday. Activity Friday. Expressions Saturday. 5 minutes mindfulness. 35 minutes. 5 minutes mindfulness. Testimonials. I thoroughly enjoy listening to happiness stories, and I believe that has helped me manage my anger better and become more amiable. I used to spend a lot of time playing video games on my phone, but as I started practicing mindfulness more, I realized that I am utilizing my time properly. Gradually, I tried to reduce my screen time, and I started to involve my mother in mindfulness. I love doing mindfulness. It makes me very calm and collected. I try to do it before every test. My favorite mindfulness routine is belly breathing. I had never been conscious of these movements in the body before. By doing mindfulness, I am really paying attention to it. Structure of happiness class. SACTION 123. 1.3. C. Entrepreneurship Mindset Curriculum. Introduction. Envisioned and inaugurated by the Government of Delhi in 2019, the Entrepreneurship Mindset Curriculum, EMC, is led by SCERT, Delhi. Designed for 8 lakh students across all Government of Delhi schools, it aims at enabling students of grades 9th to 12th to develop entrepreneurial mindset amongst students at the right age. Need for EMC. For nation building, we need to nurture and develop leaders who dream big, take risks, set vision for inspiring innovations, and demand excellence in execution. The world around us has no dearth of unsolved problems and untapped opportunities. Future is unpredictable, and we have to prepare our students for unforeseen future. Why do we not see a large number of graduating students identifying opportunities, brainstorming, and trying out solutions? Instead, we see masters and doctorate graduates lined up for applying to a peon's job. We need to prepare students' mindsets during school education so that they can take charge of their careers and become productive citizens of the country. These students are the way to reduce the global issue of unemployment. The Entrepreneurship Mindset EMC nurtures foundational abilities and key qualities in students to prepare them to take charge of their careers and become productive citizens of the country. These entrepreneurial abilities are linked with several foundational abilities and key qualities listed below. Mission. Nurturing their own abilities, empower students to take charge of their career paths in employment or entrepreneurship. Whatever the students choose to do, they must do it with the entrepreneurship mindset. The entrepreneurship mindset. Plan and execute. Dream bigger, persevere, try new challenges. Bounce back from failures. Analyze and learn. Recognize opportunity. SACTION 124. Experience reflection. Inspiration. Pedagogy of Entrepreneurship Mindset Curriculum. Foundational abilities. Critical thinking, communication, collaboration, teamwork, decision making, drive, adapt to change, ideate, integrity and ethics, problem solving, reflect, analyze. Key qualities. Creativity, curiosity, empathy, joyfulness, manage fears, mindfulness. Observation. self-awareness, self-confidence, learning via experience, inspiration and reflection. The pedagogy for developing the entrepreneurship mindset in students is primarily experiential, with some degree of inspiration and a lot of reflection. Experience. Students learn by doing activities either individually or in groups, inside or outside the class, and increase their understanding by asking questions and exploring options. Inspiration. Interaction with real-life successful entrepreneurs and professionals and listen to their stories highlighting specific mindset themes. Reflection. Individually and collectively in small groups, students share their observations and experiences in doing activities or about the entrepreneurship mindset observed in the journeys of successful entrepreneurs and professionals, which deepens their learning to be applied to future experiences. This pedagogy is woven into 6 components. 4 are conducted inside the classroom and 2 are done in the outside world. SACTION 125. Component objective: when to do role of the teacher. Role of the students. Mindfulness. To be aware of the present, to calm the mind and to focus. Mindful check-in at the start and silent check-out at the end daily, 5 minutes, full EMC period on the first Monday of every month. To conduct mindful check-in and silent check-out, to conduct the monthly mindfulness activity on the first Monday of every month. Participating in the mindfulness activities. Thematic units. To develop entrepreneurship mindset in students through activities, stories and reflection. Every day as given in the handbook. To facilitate the activities and stories. Doing the activities, listening to stories, reflecting, discussing and sharing. Student specials. To improve communication and develop confidence with regular practice and feedback. EMC period every Saturday, 9th, 10th, once in a week, 11th, 12th. To explain the process, get it started and provide support if needed. Performing different roles while conducting the activities. Live entrepreneur interactions. Understanding the journeys of entrepreneurs and employment alternatives by meeting them face-to-face. According to the instructions by school administration and availability of the entrepreneur. Introducing entrepreneurs and managing the interaction. Listening to the entrepreneur and asking questions without hesitation. Career exploration. Interviewing entrepreneurs and people doing jobs, understanding their professional journeys. One business person plus one job person every month, sharing and reflection of students, once at the end of the month. Helping the students create a list of careers they are interested in, and preparing them for interviews. Finding people whose careers they are interested in. Interviewing them and sharing the experience with the class. Business blasters. Use entrepreneurship mindset in real life. For 11th 12th only, instructions regarding the field project execution will be given through circulars. Guiding the students through the process is instructed in the circulars. Using the given amount for an effective economic or social project by applying entrepreneurship mindset. SACTION 126. Testimonials. I've always had a dream to do a small business on the side. Even if I'm doing a job, like I always wanted a cafe of mine where people could come and eat and read books. But after BB I want to expand, open many franchises. Now I think, जितनी salary month में आएगी from a job, उतना मैं एक दिन में कमा सकता हूँ. Now a monthly salary can be earned in a day. Student, selected top 126. We liked the fact that we got to go out and explore. Bargaining with the shopkeepers was a lot of fun. We told them, हम भी businessman हैं, हमें पता है दाम कितना होना चाहिए. We told them we too are businessmen and know what the true prices of their products are. Student, selected top 1000. Our section was the least popular or badnaam in our school, so we wanted to change the perception through this project. Now, students know us as chocolate wale and are jealous of us too. Student, selected top 126. 1.3. D. Cluster Leadership Development Program, CLDP. Introduction. CLDP develops leadership competencies of principals, heads of schools, hosts, as well as enables them to evolve as facilitators within the education system. CLDP is focused on building self-awareness and leadership competencies in government school principals along with enabling a safe space for problem solving and peer group learning as well as integrating all major government initiatives. Principal Leadership Development Program (PLDP). The PLDP program was envisaged on the lines of CLDP, Cluster Leadership Development Program, run in collaboration with South Delhi Municipal Corporation. With primary schools forming the most crucial base of learning of our children in the government school system, the PLDP program aims at strengthening this base to form vibrant, thriving schools. Journey of CLDP. The Cluster Leadership Development Program started with an informal program for a small number of government schools in Delhi. Today, the program run by SCERT, State Council of Educational Research and Training, Delhi, works with all government schools in collaboration with CREATNET Education and DO, Directorate of Education, Delhi. It is now extending to 580 plus SDMC schools. SACTION 127. Key features. Continuous, peer learning model based on facilitation. Small geographical clusters of 10 to 12 principals meet every month led by a facilitator. The day's session includes mindfulness practice, sessions to develop self-awareness, leadership development, integration of government initiatives. Research and Impact. A third-party education research group was commissioned to conduct a study on the impact of CLDP. The program recognizes all the people who have been instrumental in shaping and growing the program. Impact Evaluation Research Study on CLDP by CORD was released on the 3rd of September 2021. Top 5 Contributions of the Program CORD Report 2021. Contributions. CLDP. Connecting with stakeholders. Working together. Improved school functioning. Better understanding of government programs. Insights on learning. Pedagogy. Improved leadership. Self-awareness. 1.3. E. Teacher Development Coordinator, TDC, Program. Introduction. The Teacher Development Coordinator, TDC, program is an initiative by SCERT as the extension of the flagship Mentor Teacher program. The Teacher Development Coordinator is a teacher of the school whose role is to provide teachers with academic support and help create a peer learning environment. The Teacher Development Coordinator directly works with all the school teachers under the guidance of the principal to achieve the vision of the program, a system where everyone can learn. Objectives: to reignite intrinsic motivation in every teacher and officials. To create an environment where every child is engaged, feels safe, loves learning, trusts and values their teacher. To create an environment of teaching learning for teachers as well as the students. SACTION 128. Approaches of TDC. Autonomy. Promoting genuine teacher ownership of their professional development allows them to effectively meet their needs and those of their students. Purpose. Grounding all of our work with teachers in relation to how it promotes student learning, whilst building an esprit de corps amongst teachers within and across schools. And ensuring there is a constant reflection on the capacity of all learners to improve. Mastery. Supporting teachers to develop and continuously improve their knowledge, implementation of effective teaching practices, and feel a sense of genuine progress in doing so. Program activities. Activity purpose. Art meetings and CART meetings. For teachers to discuss and practice pedagogical practices, share challenges and get feedback. Communities of practice. Reaching scale, expanding from art to co-ART, all teachers in the school. Classroom observations academic resource team, done by TDC or peers through planning. So that the observer does not miss out on their own class time. District Progress Check Meeting. Meetings for mentors held by diets to discuss challenges, areas of improvement, and best practices in schools. District alignment meeting. Meetings with diets to discuss the overall programmatic discussions, challenges, and administrative alignment. Core learning sessions. Held at the beginning of each LIC to ensure everyone becomes familiar with the theme and strategies, skills for that cycle. The first round is led by the co-design team, along with STIR, for diet faculty. Diets then lead the training for mentors, who go on to lead it for TDCs. At each level, facilitators adapt and add the sessions to suit the needs of their districts. Quick recap on programmatic themes: journey through learning improvement cycle, LIC, themes. Theme summary: suggested strategies. LIC 1, building connect. Help teachers build a culture of trust and positive communication in the classroom, ensuring that students feel valued. Name tags, class tree. SACTION. 129. LIC 2, look for understanding and respond. Help teachers use assessments to identify gaps between teaching and learning and adapt teaching strategies to fill those gaps. Differentiated groups, peer learning, sign for understanding and respond. Pre-LIC. Mission. Bunyad. Help teachers learn more about developing reading skills in students. Art members discussed Mission Bunyad and how it can be strengthened in their schools. Link to the strategies suggested by the material developed for Mission Bunyad by the state. LIC 3. Lesson planning. Help teachers plan and sequence lesson activities in a way that is engaging. Planning also helped teachers be more deliberate in the strategies and questions they used. Opening routine, main activity, closing routine. LIC 4. Teaching and learning strategies. Help teachers integrate simple techniques to their teaching to help learners understand and remember what they learn. Elaborative questioning, retrieval practices. LIC 5. Classroom routines. Help teachers build routines that help students take ownership of their own learning and improve engagement. Do now, no hands. LIC 6. Second teaching and learning strategies. Help teachers incorporate methods that use writing and talking to enable students to consolidate their learning. Scaffolding student discussions, learning journals. LIC 7. Social emotional well-being. Responding to the sudden pandemic crisis, this LIC helped teachers implement strategies that supported the social emotional well-being of their students. Active self-reflection, student collaboration. LIC 8. Review. LIC, current. A review of all previously completed LICs to give teachers a chance to revisit and revise those strategies that are most suited to their current needs. All previous themes and strategies. LIC 9. Building a stronger community. This LIC focused on how to improve collaboration and engagement of mentors and TDCs. At the teacher level, it focused on contextualization and planning of the different trainings teachers received. Collaboration, engagement. SACTION. 130. Theme summary suggested strategies. LIC 10. Psychological safety. How to offer psychological safety to enhance learning, especially to support the implementation of Mission Bunyad. Creating comfort around mistakes, culture of appreciation. LIC 11. Building confident learners. Build confident learners by focusing on 3 classroom focus areas: safety, engagement, and self-esteem. Familiarize with and implement the process of art to co-art communication. Strengthen peer learning through observation and feedback. Creating working environments that are enriching and motivating. LIC 12. Creating an enabling learning environment. LIC 12 equip teachers to 1. Create, adapt and use practical methods to develop safety, engagement and self-esteem in the classroom, thereby creating an enabling learning environment. 2. Enhance the skills of peer classroom observation to strengthen safety, engagement and self-esteem in the classroom. 2. Explore how reflective discussions with peers can help strengthen teaching practices. 3. Use social media platforms for sharing best practices and develop a culture of peer learning and support. The hook. revisited elaborative questioning and retrieval practices and adapted these strategies to enable safety, engagement, and self-esteem in the classroom. 1.3 F. The Mentor-Teacher Program. Introduction. The Mentor-Teacher (MT) program is designed to foster a culture of learning, sharing, and collaboration through a community of practice. The program was meant to extend academic and pedagogical support to teachers. A mentor-teacher motivates, gives suggestions, provides need-based training, supports, spreads positivity, develops confidence, shares innovative teaching learning strategies and professional development opportunities, and brainstorms to overcome various school-level challenges. SACTION 131. Who are mentor teachers? A group of intrinsically motivated and passionate teachers of the department. Have experience of teaching upper primary and secondary grade students. Each mentor teacher supports 4 to 5 mentee schools. 5 batches of mentor teachers have been inducted from 2016 to 2022. Objectives of Mentor Teacher Program 1. To provide on-site academic support to head of schools, teachers and students. 2. To conduct training and capacity building sessions for teachers. 3. To ensure the implementation of all the initiatives of SCERT and DO in the schools in its true spirit. 4. To create a resource pool of intrinsically motivated and passionate teachers from within the department. 5. The Mentor Teacher Program is designed to foster a culture of learning, sharing, and collaboration through a community of practice. Roles and responsibilities: observe classroom processes and assess the effectiveness of different initiatives by observing actual classroom transactions and children's learning. Participate in the meetings of the academic resource team, ART, and provide the required academic support. Assist head of school, teacher development coordinator, and primary in charge in setting the academic agenda of faculty meetings and sharing of practices. Maintain a register for observations, suggestions, and actions taken and share the progress made during review meetings. Facilitate subject-specific workshops and capacity-building workshops organized by CERT. Support in designing and implementing various mindset curriculums. Selection procedure: online applications are invited from currently serving secondary school teachers. After scrutiny of the application, a rigorous selection procedure is followed which includes psychometric test, group discussion, extempore, and one-on-one interview by subject experts. 1.3 G. School Transformation and Enrichment Program, Step, Introduction. Mission. The aim is to ensure quality education by enabling teachers to use innovative pedagogical processes and to ensure a conducive and inclusive learning environment in SACTION 132. The school. The program aims to enhance the capacity of the teachers by hand-holding and continuous academic support and to synchronize all the schools and walk hand in hand along with the STEP faculty towards a single goal of academic excellence. Objectives: building a stronger bond with the schools which will prepare the schools to face the day-to-day challenges. Strengthening the schools for implementing and smooth functioning of the government-led programs, initiatives. Paving a way towards a culture of supportive observation and in providing feedback. Creating an environment of establishing supportive connections between SCERT, DIET's faculty and school teachers. Contextualization of the overall district needs. Keeping a track of the needs of the schools through follow-up and acting as a direct support by facilitating interventions and initiatives. Structure of the program. School visit once in a month. Academic support. School functioning. Nodal Academic Authority meeting. Cluster-wise school allotment: each faculty have 4 to 5 schools. Network meeting. SCERT will share insights and PORA for the upcoming month. Observation and interaction. Second last day of month. Sharing an action plan with SCERT last day of month. Final step. Roles and responsibilities of STEP faculty. STEP faculty. Need identification of teachers. Provide resource and academic support at cluster level. Need identification of teachers. Provide resource and academic support at cluster level. Need identification of teachers. Provide resource and academic support at cluster level. Need identification of teachers. Provide resource and academic support at cluster level. School 1, School 2, School 3, School 4. SACTION 133. 1.3. H. Competency Building Modules. Introduction. In 2021, SCERT set out to transform the structure of in-service teacher training by recognizing the need for a rigorous training program for all teachers across government schools in Delhi. The intent behind this transformation is to elevate the quality of training while designing content that marks a shift from content to competency-based training, setting a benchmark for high-quality teaching learning practices. While there have been in-service teacher trainings in the past, only 1/3 of teachers reported that the training they received was beneficial. The scope of teacher training was narrow and focused more on content training, which often became restricting and did not focus on addressing teachers' needs. Moreover, the standard cascade model of in-service training follows a top-down movement of information from 2 or more levels of trainers to the teachers and has reported significant transmission loss resulting in little sustainable learning for teachers. Teachers are trained on these modules in a cascade manner. Our knowledge partner, Simple Education Foundation, first trains 24 champion master trainers who then conduct the session for approximately 500 mentor teachers and step faculty who ultimately train 80,000 teachers across all zones and school types in Delhi. The CMTs disseminate the training programs and are responsible for all the facilitators in their respective diets. Program Design Framework. Our modules are based on a design framework which is a 5-step process. Objectives: disseminate high-quality in-service teacher training modules based on global best practices. Integration of teacher strategies across grades and subjects in module trainings. Create alignment between all programs to constantly integrate and improvise the combined effect of these programs at the classroom level. Collect on-ground feedback and capture learnings for next module and the program. 1. Prioritizing module teacher competencies. 2. Co-creation of multiple draft. 3. Feedback from stakeholders. 4. Finalizing module design. 5. Integrate teacher feedback after execution module. Design framework. Mission. To provide teacher training based on competencies aligned with global and national standards of teacher training, while keeping in mind the ground reality of the teachers students of the Delhi government. Schools. SACTION 134. To make our module design stronger and for better alignment at all levels of dissemination, we do 2 things. 1. Co-working groups for crucial things in module design and dissemination, in order to ensure that the modules are contextual and efficient. We work with our champion master trainers to design the modules as well as to manage data systems and collaborate with other programs too. Capacity building of champion master trainers. Sessions on skills required as facilitators and leaders are conducted for them. For example, a session was conducted with CMTs on the skill of observation. Implementation. To ensure every teacher gains access to the multi-support approach, a cascade model will be implemented with each support component running simultaneously after being introduced in a phased manner. The cascade model is a preferred model for teacher professional development as it reaches a large number of teachers while being time and cost effective. To address the transmission loss reported in this model, the program has added layers of facilitation support, masterclass sessions and observation and feedback cycles for the 25 champion trainers and 435 master trainers, the core delivery agents of the program, to 80,000 teachers. In doing so, the model builds capacity in trainers from all government institutions responsible for Delhi's education system. Competency-based workshops. Each module has a 2-month training cycle that begins with a design phase and shifts into building capacity within champion trainers, masters trainers to deliver training for 80,000 teachers. This module delivery cycle will continue on an ongoing cycle for a period of 3 years. Cascade model of training. Mentor teachers from DO. Mentor teachers from MCD. Teachers. Master trainers. Champion trainers. Faculty from SCERT. Faculty from Diet. Faculty from SCERT. Faculty from Diet. SACTION. 1.2.1 Teacher Competency Framework. Introduction. Teachers have the power and responsibility to guide, nurture, and shape the minds of their students to help them reach their fullest potential. The Teacher Competency Framework (TCF) is a guiding document designed by Inset Cell of SCERT in collaboration with their knowledge partner Simple Education Foundation, outlining the key skills for teachers in Delhi government schools for the holistic development of children in their classrooms. The TCF is a tool that outlines competencies for all educators in Delhi to continuously learn, grow, and feel supported. Domain 1. Children at the center. Creating safe and conducive learning environments. Domain 2. Core A as a teacher. Building excellence in teacher practice. Domain 3. Collective A as partners. Collective leadership beyond the classroom. 35. SACTION-2. Essential guidelines, policies. Acts in Education 36. SACTION-2 Domain 1. Children at the center. Creating safe and conducive learning environment. Sub-DOMIAN 1.1 Understanding child development stages and learning theories. Sub-DOMIAN 1.2 Understanding children in my classroom and their individual learning needs. Sub-DOMIAN 1.3 Fostering student safety and healthy classroom relationships. 1.1 Teachers demonstrate understanding of child development stages by reflecting on the support needed by each student. 1.2 Teachers interact with students to understand their physical, cognitive, and socio-emotional needs. 1.3 Teachers create a culture of care and respect to enable students to share emotions and develop socio-emotional skills. 1.1 Resource 1. Developmentally appropriate teacher practices. Resource 2. Importance of understanding child development in the classroom. 1.2. Resource 1. Strategies to check in with students. Resource 2. Feelings chart by Simple Education Foundation. 1.3. Resource 1. Positive classroom culture strategies. Resource 2. Sharing circle. 1.1. B. Resource 1. Learning through collaboration between students. 1.2. B. Resource 1. Understanding students' strengths. Resource 2. Using data to understand student strength and AOD. 1.3. B. Resource 1. Listening circles in class. Resource 2. 9 ways to create safe spaces in a classroom. 1.3. C. Resource 1. Peer support and social inclusion. Resource 2. Building student-student relationships. 1.1. B. Teachers demonstrate understanding of learning theories by making connections between the theory and their own students. 1.2. B. Teachers observe the students in different spaces to understand their strengths and areas of support. 1.3. B. Teachers create a safe space for listening and sharing of questions, ideas, and opinions for all students. 1.3. C. Teachers create safe and welcoming spaces for a system of peer support in the classroom. 37. SACTION-2. Domain 2. Core is a teacher building excellence in teacher practice. Subdomain 2.1 Enhancing subject matter knowledge and expertise. 2.1. Teachers use the knowledge gained from professional development programs in their planning, teaching, and assessment. 1.4. Teachers adopt different teaching styles while being respectful of religion, caste, gender, learning disabilities to suit the needs of every student. 2.1. Resource 1. Reflection template post modeling. Resource 2. Teacher reflection questions. 1.4. Resource 1. UDL guideline. Resource 2. Building student-student relationships. 2.1. B. Teachers collaborate with subject resource experts to incorporate shifts in teacher practices. 1.4. B. Teachers use classroom practices to ensure learning is equally accessible to children with varied academic fluency levels. 1.4. C. Teachers ensure differentiated instructions, environment, and content is available for varied learning needs of students in the classroom. 2.1. B. Resource 1. Professional learning communities. Resource 2. Scopus tool. 1.4. B. Resource 1. Active learning, classroom practices. Resource 2. -20 differentiated instruction strategies and examples. 1.4. C. Resource 1. High impact teaching strategies in action, differentiated teaching. Sub-DOMAIN. 1.4. Designing inclusive classroom practices to ensure learning is equitable for all children. 38. SACTION-2. Subdomain 2.2. Practicing appropriate pedagogical strategies in the classroom towards the learning objective. S. 2.2. A teachers have clear learning objectives for every lesson. 2.2. C. Teachers provide students with structured work time in every lesson to apply newly learned knowledge or skill. 2.2. A resource 1. Why objectives matter, strategies for creating learning goals. Resource 2. Why do good earning objectives matter? 2.2. B. Resource 1. The importance of engaging in prior knowledge. Resource 2. Activating prior knowledge. 2.3. C. Resource 1. Why should educators encourage independent practice? Resource 2. What is independent learning and what are the benefits for students? 2.4. D. Resource 1. Completing the learning loop. T. He. Power of synthesis. Resource 2. Synthesis and reflection. 2.2. B. Teachers make connections to prior knowledge while introducing a new concept. 2.2. D. Teachers summarize each concept and provides opportunity to reflect to ensure synthesis of student learning. Subdomain 2.3. Leveraging comprehensive assessments to inform teacher practice. 2.3. A teachers design assessments in a way that all students get the opportunity to showcase their learning. 2.3. A resource 1. Types of assessment in education. Resource 2. Guide to assessment design. 2.3. B. Resource 1. 5 ways to utilize assessment data. Resource 2. Analyze and use assessment data to inform planning and teaching. 2.3. C. Resource 1. 3 ways student data can inform your teaching. Resource 2. Using data to inform instruction. Video. 2.3. B. Teachers consistently conduct assessments and analyze student assessment data. 2.3. C. Teachers use the student assessment data to assess and improve their own practice towards enhancing student progress. 39. SACTION-2. Subdomain 2.5. Developing 21st century skills. 2.5. A teachers create learning opportunities for students grow in their personal skills of critical thinking, self-awareness and creativity. 2.5. C. Teachers develop students as compassionate citizens who bring positive change in the community and world. Or skill. 2.5. A resource 1. Strategies or building creativity in the classroom. Resource 2. Strategies to build critical thinking in students. 2.5. B. Resource 1. Strategies to build students' collaboration. Resource 2. Strategies to build communication in students. 2.5. C. Resource 1. Strategies to act with compassion in class. Resource 2. How school students can make a difference in the society. 2.5. D. Resource 1. Integrating 21st century skills in teaching and learning. Resource 2. Innovative ways to use tech in classrooms. 2.5. B. Teachers aid students to apply social skills of collaboration and communication. 2.5. D. Teachers integrates 21st skills in teaching and learning of all subjects. Subdomain 2.4. Giving and receiving feedback to complete the learning loop. 2.4. A teachers provide regular and constructive feedback to the students to help them grow as learners. 2.4. A resource 1. Feedback and reporting. Resource 2. What research says about giving effective feedback to students. 2.4. B. Resource 1. Starting student feedback loops. Resource 2. -8 steps to making feedback more effective. 2.4. C. Resource 1. Continuously refine your practice with student feedback. Resource 2. Peer feedback on your teaching. 2.4. B. Teachers follows up on the feedback to track and support growth of the child. 2.4. C. Teachers adapt their practices for student learning based on feedback from school leaders, peers, students, and parents. 40. SACTION-2 Domain 3. Collective as partners. Collective leadership beyond the classroom. 3.1. A teachers engage with the community leaders and families to build a sustainable ecosystem for the growth of a child. 3.1. A Resource 1. Strategies to strengthen the parent-teacher relationship. Resource 2. Safe space sessions with families by Simple Education Foundation. 3.1. B. Teachers communicate with the families to know more about the child and celebrate progress. 3.1. B. Resource 1. Teacher-parent collaboration strategies, multiple ideas, links in this. Resource 2. Conversation starters. 3.2. A teachers collaborate with other teachers for mutual improvement in classroom practice. 3.3. C. Teachers align classroom goals and interventions to the school vision and school development plan. 3.2. A Resource 1. Building teacher collaboration school-wide, AMLE. Resource 2. Ways to build a culture of professional learning. Innovative ways to use tech in classrooms. 3.2. B. Resource 1. Co-creating a school vision. Steps to follow. Resource 2. Creating a shared vision. 3.3. C. Resource 1. Creating a classroom vision. Resource 2. 6 actions to keep moving your school's vision forward. 3.2. B. Teachers collaborate with all stakeholders within school towards a shared vision and school culture. Subdomain 3.1. Leveraging families and communities as equal partners towards child's well-being and learning. Subdomain 3.2. Collaborating with school staff to contribute to school vision and SDP. 41. SACTION-2. 2.2. Service rules. Introduction. Teaching is a very noble profession that shapes the character, caliber, and future of an individual. If people remember me as a good teacher, that will be the biggest honor for me. APJ Abdul Kalam. A teacher plays a crucial role in shaping the lives of its students. They inspire, motivate, encourage, and guide them to make a positive impact in the world around them. A school teacher helps their students to be passionate about learning and understand the significance of lifelong education. A teacher acts as role model, mentor, caregiver, and advisor, and can have a profound impact on the lives of their students. Responsibilities of a teacher. Professional school classroom. To attend morning assembly. To provides opportunities for students to apply and practice what is learned. To demonstrate competence in classroom instructions. To comply with policies, standards, rules, and procedures of the department. To maintain a safe, orderly environment conducive to learning. To implement the designated curriculum completely. To conduct assigned classes at the scheduled times, following timetable, arrangement of periods. To engage students in creative thinking and integrated interdisciplinary learning experiences. To promote students' intrinsic motivation by providing progressively challenging learning experiences which include, but are not limited to, self-exploration, planning and organizing, implementing, self-evaluating and demonstrating initiative in tasks and projects. To be punctual and be available in the classroom during official working hours. To comply with requirements for the safety and supervision of students inside and outside the classroom. To engage students in active, hands-on, creative problem-based learning. 42. SACTION-2 to have expert knowledge of the subject area. To demonstrate skill when managing student behavior, intervening and resolving discipline problems. To provide opportunities for students to access and use current technology, resources, and information to solve problems. To take precautions to protect school records, equipment, materials, and facilities. To create and maintain a positive and safe learning environment. To build students' ability to work collaboratively with others. To attend and participate in faculty meetings and other assigned meetings and activities according to departmental policy. To model a caring attitude and promote positive interpersonal relationships. To define and communicate learning expectations to students. To provide and accept evaluative feedback in a professional manner. To model correct use of language, oral and written. To assign reasonable assignments and homework to students as per departmental rules. To carry out any other related duties assigned by the department. To work collaboratively with other faculty and staff. To evaluate students' performances in an objective, fair and timely manner. To be honest, fair and observe ethical conduct. To model good social skills, leadership and civic responsibility. To use student assessment data to guide changes in instruction and practice, and to improve student learning. I. Pay and allowance. Basic pay. A new recruit draws basic pay in the pay matrix level corresponding to the post appointed to ASST. Primary teacher, level 6, initial basic pay, Rs. 35,400, trained graduate teacher, level 7, initial basic pay, Rs. 44,900, postgraduate teacher, level 8, initial basic pay, Rs. 47,600. DNS allowance. DNS allowance is paid on basic pay and is revised every January and July to compensate increase in price index during the corresponding period. House rent allowance, HRA. HRA is payable with reference to basic pay. In Delhi, HRA is being paid at 27% at present. 43. SACTION-2. Transport allowance, TA. All employees are entitled to transport allowance. In Delhi, employees drawing basic pay in the pay level from 3 to 8 are entitled to TA at Rs. 3,600 plus DA. Double rates for physically challenged employees. TA is not admissible to employees during absence from duty for a full calendar month due to leave, tour etc. Increment. The annual increment shall be as specified in the vertical cells of applicable level in the pay matrix. The date of increment shall be regulated in accordance with Rule 9 and 10 of CCS, Revised Pay Rules, 2016. Objectives: to set certain moral standards, to regulate general behavior of government. Servants: to secure full commitment of government. Servants in implementing government. Policies, to make government. Servant: to learn to live within his means since he belongs to fixed income group. To eliminate all forms of immoral and immoderate behavior which are likely to impact on government. Servant's capabilities to discharge his duties, to prevent government. Servant from aligning against government. Or exercising undue influence or duress. Maintain absolute integrity at all times. Maintain absolute devotion to duty at all times. Maintain independence and impartiality in the discharge of your duties. Maintain a responsible and decent standard of conduct in private life. Render prompt and courteous service to the public. Observe proper decorum during lunch break. Report to your superiors the fact of your arrest or conviction in a criminal court and the circumstances connected therewith, as soon as it is possible to do so. Keep away from demonstrations organized by political parties. Maintain political neutrality. Manage private affairs in such a way as to avoid habitual indebtedness or insolvency. 2. CCS, Conduct, Rules, 1964. Dues 44. SACTION-2, if any legal proceedings are instituted against you for the recovery of any debt or for declaring you as insolvent, report the full facts of such proceedings to the competent authority. Act in accordance with the government policies. Observe courtesy and consideration to members of parliament and state legislatures. In performance of duties in good faith, communicate information to a person in accordance with the Right to Information Act, 2005 feet and the rules made thereunder. Do not enter into any private correspondence with foreign embassies or missions, High Commission. Do not accept lavish or frequent hospitality from any individual, industrial or commercial firms, organizations, etc. having official dealings with you. Do not accept any offer of the cost of passage to foreign countries or hospitality by way of free board and lodging there, if such offers are from foreign firms contracting with government. Do not accept any gift from any foreign firm which is having official dealings. Do not engage yourself in canvassing business of life insurance agency, commission agency or advertising agency owned or managed by the members of your family. Do not lend money to or borrow money from or deposit money as a member or agent, with any person, firm or private company with whom you are likely to have of official dealings. Do not otherwise place yourself under pecuniary obligation with such person, firm or private company. Do not approach your subordinates for standing surety for loans taken from private sources either by you, your relations, friends. Do not undertake private consultancy work. Do not bid at any auction of property where such auction is arranged by your own of offices. Do not bring any political influence in matters pertaining to your service. Do not consume any intoxicating drinks or drugs while on duty. Do not appear in public place in a state of intoxication. Do not indulge in any act sexual harassment of any women at her workplace. Do not employ children below 14 years of age. Do not accept award of monetary benefits instituted by private trusts, foundations, etc. Don'ts 45. SACTION-2. Do not make joint representations in matters of common interest. Do not indulge in acts unbecoming of a government servant. Do not be discourteous, dishonest and partial. Do not adopt dilatory tactics in your dealings with the public. Do not practice untouchability. Do not associate yourself with any banned organizations. Do not join any association or demonstration whose objects or activities are prejudicial to the interest of the sovereignty and integrity of India, public order and morality. Do not give expressions to views on Indian or foreign affairs, while visiting foreign countries. Do not join or support any illegal strike. Do not give or take or abet giving or taking of dowry or demand any dowry directly or indirectly from the parent or guardian of a bride or bridegroom. Do not address the higher authority prematurely on the same issue unless it is established that all the points or submission made earlier have not been fully considered by the immediate superior head of office or any other authority at the lowest level competent to deal with matter. Do not use your official position or influence directly or indirectly to secure employment for any member of your family in any company or firm. 3. CCS, Leave, Rules, 1972. General Principles, leave cannot be claimed as a matter of right. The leave sanctioning authority may refuse or revoke leave of any kind but cannot alter the kind of leave due and applied for. Leave of one kind taken earlier may be converted into leave of a different kind at a later date at the written request of the official within 30 days of expiry of leave and at the discretion of the authority who sanctioned the leave. No leave of any kind can be granted for a continuous period exceeding 5 years. An official on leave should not take up any service or employment elsewhere without obtaining prior sanction of the competent authority. Willful absence from duty after the expiry of leave renders a government servant liable to disciplinary action. 46. SACTION-2. Earned leaves, for teachers, credit is afforded in advance at a uniform rate of 5 days on the 1st of January and 1st of July every year. The credit for the half year in which a government servant is appointed will be afforded at the rate of 0.833 day for each completed calendar month of service. While affording credit, fractions of a day should be rounded off to the nearest day. Can be accumulated up to 300 days in addition to the number of days for which encashment has been allowed with LTC. The credit for the half year in which a government Servant is appointed will be afforded at the rate of 2.5 days for each completed calendar month of service. While affording credit, fractions of a day should be rounded off to the nearest day. Earned leave can be availed up to 180 days at a time. Casual leaves, 8 CLs credited on the 1st of January of each year. Proportionate CLs credited at the time of joining. Can be combined with special CL but not with any other kind of leave. Sundays, public holidays, RH can be prefixed, suffixed to casual leave. Can be taken for half a day also. Essentially intended for short periods, should not be normally granted for more than 5 days at any one time, except under special circumstances. LTC can be availed during casual leave. Half-day CL should be debited for each late attendance. Late attendance up to an hour for not more than 2 occasions in a month can be condoned by the competent authority. Maternity leaves, admissible to married, unmarried female government servant during. Types of leaves. Earned leaves, casual leaves, child care leaves, maternity leaves, paternity leaves, extraordinary leaves. 47. SACTION-2. Pregnancy. 180 days from the 1st of September 2008, admissible only to employees for 2 surviving children. Miscarriage, abortion. Total of 45 days in the entire service irrespective of the number of children. The leave is not debited to leave account. It is granted on full pay. It may be combined with leave of any kind. Counts as service for increments. Not admissible for threatened abortion. Admissible only for induced abortion. Paternity leaves, male government servant for 2 surviving children. Also granted on valid adoption of a child below the age of 1 year, duration 15 days during the wife's confinement, i.e., up to 15 days before or up to 6 months from the date of delivery of the child, and for 15 days from the date of valid adoption of a child. May be combined with any other kind of leave except casual leave. To be applied up to 15 days before or up to 6 months from the date of delivery or from the date of valid adoption. If the leave is not availed of within this period, it should be treated as lapsed. Extraordinary leaves, EOL, is granted to a government servant when no other leave is admissible. When other leave is admissible, but the government servant applies in writing for EOL. For temporary government servant, the limit on any one occasion is, all of officials, up to 3 months with or without medical certificate. Of officials with 1 year continuous service, up to 6 months with medical certificate for common ailments. Up to 18 months with MC for cancer, mental illness, pulmonary tuberculosis or pleurisy of tubercular origin and leprosy. Of officials with 3 or more years of continuous service, up to 24 months, where the leave is required for the purpose of prosecuting studies certified to be in the public interest. Of officials belonging to SC, ST, head of department may grant leave exceeding 3 months for attending pre-examination training course notified by government from time to time. 48. SACTION-2, 2 spells of EOL intervened by any other kind of leave should be treated as one continuous spell for the purpose of maximum limit. Child care leaves, women employees having minor children may be granted CCL for a maximum of 730 days during their entire service for taking care of up to 2 children, whether for rearing or to look after any of their needs like examination, sickness, etc. CCL may be extended to single male parents, including unmarried or widower or divorcee employees. CCL shall not be admissible if the child is 18 years of age or older. In respect of disabled, mentally challenged children, it is permitted up to the age of 22 years. Leave salary equal to the pay drawn immediately before proceeding on leave is admissible, 100% of the leave salary for the first 365 days and 80% of the leave salary for next 365 days. CCL shall not be debited against the leave account. It may be combined with leave of the kind due and admissible. Requires prior sanction. Intervening holidays will count as CCL as in the case of earned leave. CCL may not be granted in more than 3 spells in a calendar year, 6 spells for single female government servant. Shall not be sanctioned during probation period except in cases of extreme situations, and minimal leave should be sanctioned. LTC, any employee with 1 year of continuous service on the date of the journey performed by him, his family is eligible. Can be availed of during any leave including study leave, casual leave and special casual leave, and also during child care leave. The concession to hometown is allowed once in a block of 2 calendar years. Concession to visit any place in India once in a block of 4 years. In the case of fresh recruits are allowed to travel to their hometown along with their families on 3 occasions in a block of 4 years and to any place in India on the 4th occasion. The facility is available to the employees only for the first 2 blocks of 4 years applicable after joining the government for the first time. IV. CCS, Lieutenant Colonel, Rules, 1988-49. SACTION-2. Air tickets must be purchased through travel agent Swiss. M.S. Balmer Lorry and Company, Ashok Travels and Tours, DTTDC or IRCTC only. For 2 years from the 26th of September 2022, all employees can travel by air to the northeastern region, J&K and ANN by converting 1 block of their hometown LTC. Fresh recruits can also convert 1 out of 3 hometown LTC in a block of 4 years. When an advance is taken, the claim should be submitted within 1 month from the completion of the return journey. When no advance is taken, the claim should be submitted within 3 months from the date of completion of the journey, otherwise the claim will be forfeited. A hometown once declared is treated as final. In exceptional circumstances, the head of the department may authorize a change, only once during the entire service. Encashment of L during Lieutenant Colonel will be limited to 10 days of earned leave on 1 occasion and 60 days in the entire career. DGEHS is a welfare scheme of Delhi government for providing comprehensive medical facilities to its beneficiaries. The scheme is based on CGHS pattern and generally follows CGHS rates and provisions. All health facilities, hospitals, dispensaries, run by the government of NCT of Delhi and autonomous bodies under Delhi government, local bodies viz. MCD, NDMC, Delhi Cantonment Board, central government and other government bodies, such as AIIMS, Patel Chest Institute, University of Delhi, etc. are recognized under the scheme. In addition, many private hospitals, diagnostic centers have been empaneled under the scheme. An employee of Delhi government should approach her respective administrative office from where she is drawing her salary to get DGEHS membership. The subscription amount shall be payable as per rates prevailing on the date of submission of application for issuance of medical card. Beneficiary should submit the claim within 6 months of completion of treatment. Ward entitlement, general ward up to basic pay, Rs. 36,500, semi-private ward up to basic pay, Rs. 36,501 to Rs. 50,500, private ward for basic pay above Rs. 50,500. V. Delhi Government Employees Health Scheme, DGEHS. Children Education Allowance, Hostel Subsidy. The reimbursement of SA, hostel subsidy can be claimed only for the 2 eldest surviving children from class nursery to 12th. The amount for reimbursement of SA. V. Children Education Allowance, Hostel Subsidy 50. SACTION-2. National Pension System, NPS, applicable to those who are appointed on or after the 1st of January 2004 immediately on joining service, must apply application, along with option, for registration and allotment of a permanent retirement account number, PRAN, contribution by employee. Monthly contribution would be 10% of the basic pay plus dearness allowance contribution by employer, the government. shall make contribution of 14% on retirement. Employee shall be entitled to benefits as admissible under the Pension Fund Regulatory and Development Authority, exits and withdrawals under National Pension System, Regulations, 2015. 7. National Pension System, NPS. 1. Employees are enrolled as members only from the 1st of January every year. 2. Income tax rebate is admissible for the amount of subscription. 3. Monthly subscription and amount of insurance cover. Group to which employee belongs. Rate of subscription, Rs. Amount of INSA. ANS. Before enrollment as cover, Rs. Member. After enrollment as member. Group A 40,000 120 120,000. Group B 20 60 60,000. Group C 10 30 30,000. Group D 5 15 15,000. 8. Group Insurance Scheme, 1980, CGEGIS. Will be Rs. 2,250 per month, fixed, per child irrespective of the actual expenses incurred by the government. Servant. The amount of ceiling of hostel subsidy is Rs. 6,750 PM in order to claim reimbursement of SA, the government. Servant should produce a certificate issued by the head of the institution for the period per year for which claim has been preferred. The reimbursement of SA for Divyang children of government employees shall be payable at double the normal rates of SA till the age of 22 years. In case both the spouses are government servants, only one of them can avail reimbursement. The reimbursement of SA and hostel subsidy will be done just once in a financial year after completion of the financial year 51. SACTION-2. Retirement on superannuation. The age prescribed for retirement on superannuation is 60 years. Retirement is effective from the afternoon of the last day of the month in which the age of superannuation is attained. An employee whose birth date is the first of the month shall retire on the afternoon of the last day of the preceding month. X. Retirement on superannuation. Resignation should be clear and unconditional. It should be submitted to the appointing authority subject to notice period as per the service conditions. Prior vigilance clearance from the competent authority is mandatory. Resignation shall not be accepted until all the departmental dues are fully adjusted. When a government servant applies for post in the same or another department through proper channel, he is required to submit technical resignation on selection. A government servant who had applied for a post elsewhere before joining government service should intimate the details of such application as soon as she joins government service. X. Resignation. 2.3 Right to education.